Hello everyone, it's me Kezang, your host for today's show. Today we are gonna deep dive to how to win the National Barista Championship. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button in order to get a notification when I upload the new video. Let me welcome our incredible person that is none other than National Barista Champion 2020-25. Mr. Cham, welcome to my show.
Thank you.
Can you start by introducing yourself and sharing a bit about your journey in the coffee industry?
Well, to start with, my name is Sagar Rana. I am your Starbucks 2025 National Barista Champion of Kuwait, also top three contender in EMEA Championships. So
Wow.
my journey has been actually with ups and downs, and actually, yeah, that's how it is.
Wow, you are a very talented person. Is really amazing. How did you feel to become a national barista champion? That is the NBC for the in the Kuwait market.
Well, first of all, it was like a dream come true because I've been pursuing this dream for 3 years straight. As I've been competing for 3 years consistently, and suddenly I became the national champion. So it was like actually, um, it was amazing. Yeah, actually, it was like I felt like the hard work really pays off.
Wow, you are inspired, man. So, what is your favorite coffee and why? Is there a personal story or memory that connects you to it?
Well, actually, there is actually in my nationals, or I will say to be specific, in the district championship. I had my coffee like a pike place. Actually, is my favorite coffee now, and as you said, it really has very great story. As in the district championship, something tragic happened with my family as my father passed away that time. So it was very hard for me to compete in this national championship actually.
Oh, so sad.
So yeah, and what happened like after the district championship, already he was in the ICU, and after the championship where I finished my championship, I went back home, and the time that I spent with my father, those was the last like 3 or 4 days that I spent with him. And within that time, actually, like when someone very close to you is about to pass away, it's very hard to contain yourself. It's very hard to calm yourself. And that time, I believe the coffee helped me a lot. As you know, in the hospital, you have to stay awake for long terms. So coffee really helped me that time. And that time, I used to drink the coffee of the day, the Pike Place. So since then, it has a really special place in my heart.
Wow, it's a amazing story. Like from what to say, said to like
Yeah, of course.
very interesting story. So you are a very inspired person. So let me ask, looking at your back entire of the NBC experience, what are the most valuable lesson you have learned?
Well, the most valuable lesson that I learned in this NBC is to never give up. Even the times are hard, even when you feel like giving up, even when you feel like nothing is working out, if you stay true to yourself, if you stay positive, if you stay resilient, you can get it. That's what I
Yes.
learned.
I think the which you have win the national champion in 2025, and also you got three top list third, right?
Yeah.
And this was the momentum for your father, I think.
Yes, actually,
It's
yeah.
kinds of
I will dedicate it to him. Yeah.
oh, wow, it's nice. Uh, so, what are the biggest challenges you faced during the national and the MENA competitions, and how did you manage the instant pressure from the board judges and the audience?
So, actually, the most challenging part about going in national and after nationals going in EMEA was being alone. I will say, not completely, but of course, when you go to EMEA, you don't get any support. So you're
Mm.
supposed to go alone there. You have to prepare everything by yourself,
Wow,
and
really?
yeah, everything you have to do it alone. And suddenly, like when you're competing in Kuwait, until Kuwait, you have your partner supporting you, you have your store managers, you have your colleagues. But when in going in EMEA, there's no one. Everyone is stranger, right? We have seen them in communications, their pictures, but we have never met them. So suddenly everyone is new, and on top of that there is lots of big cameras coming in front of your face, which is nerve wracking really. Like it's like these big cameras, they will just go directly to your
Wow.
face. So it's like those are the most challenging parts. So in order to contain them, in order to position myself, I was actually preparing for that since the national championship, as I've been preparing in various platforms. I've been visiting stores to, to encounter that one, or like, to overcome those kind of things. So yeah, that really helped me getting to know new people, suddenly getting in an environment that you're not comfortable with. That really helps you to be prepared for these kind of things. Yeah.
Did you have a mentor guidance you through your process of learning? If so, how crucial were there's coaching and the support your ul- ultimate success?
Well, actually, being a mentor is actually very helpful. First of all, my first mentor who was assigned to me was Raj, who was the previous champion in Kuwait, the national champion of 2024. So he
Wow.
was my main mentor who really helped me with the store rush, which was
Okay.
completely new for me. And aside from them, I also had my training sessions with Kian, with Rajiv, with Prashant. We have been sitting together for long days, doing coffee tastings, doing latte arts, preparing for the EMEA championship. So it's like, I will say, this championship, the result that I got is only because of them, right?
Wow.
Because a tree cannot grow until someone is nurturing it. So they
Yeah,
were the one who nurtured
absolutely.
me. Yeah.
So, which means when we are learning process or in the competition, that a mentor is very important
Yes,
and needed.
it is.
How about the national? Who were the mentor?
So in nationals, mostly my store partners were supporting me, in which I used to do coffee tasting every single day. Even in my off, I used to go to a store and I will do coffee tasting in front of the same people, Rajiv, Prashant, even my manager Charlotta, and my other partners. Because in my store, mostly I will say we have quite a number of partners who are very skilled, who are very knowledgeable. Most of them are DBCs already. They are working in my store. So yeah, they really helped me a lot.
Wow. Competing in our national and MENA, the level requires lots of dedication towards your preparations. And how did you structure your training timeline to ensure that technical skills, the muscle memory, were to complete to your presentation?
So actually, I really had a hard time preparing for the store rush, as I'm working in a store where we have reserve and we don't have masterenas there. We only have the manual machine. So I don't have my muscle memories to do the sequencing, and in order to make the 10 rings, you have to follow all the sequencing. So I was having very hard time for that. So what I used to do is I used to move out from the store for like 2 to 3 days, where I will go in a store where they have Masrena 2. I will practice there whole day. I will make customers drinks. I'll prepare the 10 drinks as well together with them. And actually, yeah, this is quite a challenge because actually, like, using different machines time to time really affects how you are working. So every time in manual machine, you're supposed to stop the steam one by your own. You will queue the shot, then you will steam the milk. So I used to do the same, queuing the shot, steaming the milk. I'm hearing the sound, the milk is almost about to boil. I'll turn it off by myself.
Yeah,
So
it's very
actually, yeah,
hard.
it's quite a challenge.
I saw in the competition in the MENA, but it's really amazing. But I want to ask something that why there is no why they're using the Master One and Two in the MENA? Why not the manual one, which you have in your store? I think.
Well, actually, like in EMEA Championship, we have two different ways of competing there. What I'm getting at is we have two different kinds of championship.
Okay.
So, in which one of the championship in EMEA, which they will focus on core stores. So, in core stores, we are nowadays mostly focusing on Masena 2.
Mhm.
So, depending on that, we also have our markets which have core stores, and we have reserve roasteries also, right? So
Yes.
the partner who are using the manual machine are from the reserve roasteries itself. So in roastery they have only manual machine. So depending on that, the roastery champion will not compete in EMEA championship.
Oh,
Roastery champion, if they will become a roastery champion, for example, we have our own roastery which is Milan, right? So if the Milan, in Milan there is a championship and they will become the store champion of Milan store
okay.
roastery, they will directly get to compete in the global championship. So in global championship, we also have different criteria, like different styles of competing. One will be competing as core store, one will be competing as reserve store, so that the partner who is used to working in only Black Eagle or used to working in only Mastrena have their own expertise, that they cannot say that I'm not used to this machine, so that's why something is wrong. So that's why we have different categories there.
Oh, like this. Okay. Let's come to the our signature beverage. The signature beverage category requires you to serve the completely unique your own creation, right?
Mhm.
Say what was the inspiration behind your drink and how did you develop to ensure it stood out as the absolutely the best?
So my drink was mostly inspired by the country itself, as it is Kuwait. It is a hot country surrounded by sands and ocean, right?
Yes.
So my inspiration, my the drink that I created was espresso al Khalij, which means espresso of the Gulf. So
Wow.
which was like the top layer was of espresso foam on it, and there is
Okay.
coconut milk on it, there is Spanish sauce on it, and cinnamon powder on it. And let me tell you one thing, that this drink was not created by myself only. There is contribution of operation, there is contribution of learning specialist, there is contribution of my previous champions, and there is contribution of myself as well. So it is a combined effort of everyone being together and creating something very extraordinary. So I
Wow.
am quite proud of this drink as well. Yeah.
Wow, it's a very, I think it will be a great memory for you all,
Yeah.
and which means the uh, teamwork is very crucial in
Yes.
order to have to win.
Yes, because like in signature beverage station, the biggest challenge that we are facing is not having the ingredients. As you yourself is also a district champion, when you're about to create a signature beverage, we have very small resources to create something new, right? We have very less things to consider as per other markets. If I will go in Europe side, they have lots of things that can experiment with. For us, we have very specific things, so it's very hard actually. Yeah, very challenging.
Okay, as a national champion, what plans you have implement to elaborate the coffee culture and to support fellow partners within the Kuwait market?
So, for that, actually, I had various plans, but depending on the situation we are facing right now, I could not execute most of them. But I got to do some of them, as I certified most of my district champions to be the reserve partners. As I think different brewing equipment, knowledge of brewing different equipment is very crucial in order for our customers to know about that. And also I had different plans on how to increase our sign language, which I've been starting in my district already. That few people already know few basics, very basics things, but at least they are now able to take orders from the customer who are deaf and mute. Aside from that, I have various things about beverage quality, about the latte art things. So these kind of things are still going on.
Oh, you have put so many effort in in this Starbucks. So, can you demonstrate in sign language how to say "Welcome to Starbucks"?
So it's actually very simple. In sign language, we don't have like we have two different ways of saying, right?
Okay.
Similar to English, right? If you will say Kezang,
Okay.
which is you, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, you can also say K-E-Z-A-N, like you will spell it out.
Yes.
So you have to do it by sign language.
Oh.
But if it is a complete word, you will just say welcome
Okay.
to Starbucks. So
Oh.
this is a sign of the siren.
Oh,
Siren's here.
yeah. Yes.
So we
Yes.
call it Starbucks, and you will just say welcome.
Okay.
So yeah.
If it's like Americano, when you hand over the
So
coffee, how you will
so it's
call
like
out?
so it's like for Americanos, like for handing off, it is better for us to deliver direct to the customer,
Oh,
because they will not be able to hear
hand to
while,
hand.
yeah, hand to hand.
Mhm.
So specifically that comes in the order taking order in the POS. So mostly we call it Americano as this.
Uh,
So it refers to a blend substance. It's like mixed coffee
oh,
with water. So
oh,
we'll just call it like this. So it's Americano if you twist it, and they will just express themselves by saying like hot, meaning you're
oh,
burning your mouth,
yeah.
and you will just do like this, meaning cold. So it's just
Oh,
like that.
incredible. Okay, thank you. And could you reflect your experience and the unique challenges you faced during the MENA competitions, and how did you overcome your challenges?
Well, overcoming the challenges is all about practice. I will say if you believe in yourself that you're good enough,
Yes,
there is nothing that can stop you from performing it well.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so practice is the main thing, I will say. Yeah.
Yes, even I share with my friends, those who are those who are uh, participating in the competition, that in order to gain your confidence, you should keep practice,
Yes.
practice. That practice will make more confident.
Yes.
That confidence will deliver where you will make audience
Yeah,
proud.
of course, yeah.
Okay. And what were your highlights and the core challenges during the trip to Egypt? I heard you have been.
Yeah, well, actually, I will start by the experience. Well, the experience was actually going in Egypt was very amazing, as I got to meet the acting learning specialist there alongside with one of the manager, the learning specialist who is Mahmoud and Ali, the manager. They were so accommodating to me. Throughout the day, they took care of me, let me go to stores, treated me to different kind of sweets, different foods, which was really nice of them, how well they were treating me, how humble those people were. um, those were the really nice highlights of my journey in Egypt. And the challenge was, the thing is, like, because of the situation here, the airport is closed.
Yes.
So airports was closed and only specific flights are going there. So flights were not going there directly in Rwanda.
Okay.
So I had to pass through Egypt and then had a completely new flight to Rwanda, like from Ethiopia then to Rwanda. So depending on that, because of the flight was cancelled, I was supposed to go in the first wave, which was in the first week of May. So I had to cancel that. So I
Okay.
was already scared, like what will happen. But suddenly they did something. They were really, the people who were hosting this origin experience, they were so nice that they took their self, like they went to the challenges of specifically booking new hotels, booking new flights, so that they booked a separate flight from me to being from Kuwait to Egypt, and separate flight from Egypt to Ethiopia and then to Rwanda. So the
Oh,
layover was the most challenging part, as I had to just to go to Rwanda from here to Kuwait took me 24 hours. While coming back, same 24 hours.
wow. I think you are very tired.
That time, yeah, it was training, yeah.
That's a friend or you went alone?
I went alone actually,
Oh, traveling alone in a
yeah.
new new country and place
Yeah.
are very difficulty. Why
Yes.
not you can even share the what you have experienced and the journey about Rwanda and Ethiopia.
Well, Rwanda and Ethiopia, first thing I will say, like, since the beginning of Starbucks, I used to hear about the story of how we are performing the coffee culture in Ethiopia, right? So
Yes.
once I landed in Ethiopia, in the airport itself, I saw they're doing coffee ceremonies.
Oh,
There is a
really?
lady in a dress, colorful dress. There is small sini cups. They have jabena itself. They are grinding their, like, crushing the coffee beans. They're brewing it and selling $2 per cup.
Oh, which means you saw reality.
Yeah, I saw reality of what happens
Oh,
there. And then in Ethiopia, I found few of the partners from MENA,
okay.
from different countries of MENA, and then we went to Rwanda. Once we went to Rwanda, I got to live what we used to read only. Like when you're doing coffee masters, you're reading about the seed to tree, or like how we are doing it from tree to a packaging, seed to cup itself. I will say I've been through all of them. I can say that.
Oh, wow.
Because before, when in EMEA Championship, I also visited the Amsterdam roastery, how they roast the coffee. in Amsterdam, from roasting to packaging. And recently, now in May, I got to experience the origin experience, in which I saw how from green beans they're growing coffee, they are processing it, they are hulling it, then they're sending it to the roasting plants. So I can say I lived all through the journey. And the best part is I get to experience that while making the drinks. Because whenever I'm making the drink nowadays, I'm remembering how this coffee was grown, how much effort it took. Like, everything that goes in that cup of coffee is a lot.
So it was, I think it was a great
It was great.
memory
It was
and
great.
it's a great opportunity. What we have learned here in the Kuwait, and you were facing, you got an experience and you saw by eye, hand to hand. It was very wonderful. I think you're still in your head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, looking back at your 1 year tender, and what have you learned the most about yourself and the coffee industry during your time as a champion?
So, about myself, I learned that being open is an opportunity, that you should get to know people, you should get to meet people. Because before, I used to be a very shy person who don't like to meet people.
Oh,
Okay, I
since
was,
when?
since my since I was small. It actually happened in my school times, where I
Okay,
had some bad experiences which
okay,
led me to develop social anxiety. So
okay,
it was very hard for me to talk to new peoples. I also, like, before I even, like, even with my family, I'm talking very less. Only necessities. Did you eat? Yes. Did you go to work? Yes. Yes. No, that's all. That's all the conversation that I used to have with my
okay.
family. But being here, it it helped me open up, and I got to experience making friends. I got to experience hanging out with new peoples. I get to experience meeting new peoples, which I felt like it's actually kind of amazing. Like, it's actually kind of very heartwarming when you get to meet people, when you get to go outside, hanging out with them, just enjoying yourself, which is really amazing.
Okay, give me 1 minute. And how and from where you started like interacting with stranger friends and
So it all started from when I started working in, actually, in hotel. I used to work in a hotel as a server.
mm,
So that was the beginning of it, but still I was not that open because I'm doing that as a job only. So it was something that was I pressurized to do for. But coming in Starbucks, in the beginning, I also faced the same challenges, as I don't want to talk to customers, but the customers are talking to me and I don't want to talk to them. But slowly and surely, I started doing coffee tasting. My barista trainer pushed me to do coffee tasting,
okay.
to meet new people, to talk to the customer, go and do coffee tasting with him. So since that moment, I started opening up. We went outside with my trainers, with my colleagues, and as we started having good times, when two-person who matches your vibe, it's actually
Okay.
very amazing, right? So I
Yes.
started opening up. Since that day, I felt like it's actually kind of nice when you open up with someone. So since that time, I just, everything opened up, and now I feel like I'm completely different person now. I can approach anyone, I can talk to anyone. So
Wow, it's a time to teach other, give a lesson, advice.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, at last, how you will inspire and encourage to the our new partners, upcoming champion, how you inspire and encourage.
Well, my most encouragement will be to enjoy their life. So, this is my motto, what I tell to each and every partner. Do not forget to enjoy your journey. Okay, because there are things that forces you to already get pressure to do
Yes,
things, especially when you're doing the championship. You are already pressurized. There's lots of things that you need to consider about. There's lots of things that you need to prepare about. But sometimes while doing that, you forget to enjoy yourself, right?
yes,
But once you start enjoying those things, you will achieve amazing things. Like, you will have great memories. You will create really amazing memories. Aside from that, what I can tell is consistency. Consistency is the key to becoming something better,
yes,
right? If you're
absolutely.
not good at something and you don't be consistent on improving it, it will always go in vain. It will not improve. But if you're consistent, you will get it through. One day for sure.
Wow, it's a great inspire and encouragement. And anything else, something to say, which I have not covered in your questions?
Well, I think everything is covered. Yeah, everything is covered. All my journey is there. Um, all the experience is there as well. So yeah, all good.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.